Well, welcome back to Gold's Gym TV. We're here in Hollywood with the star of the Gridiron Gang and Gold's Gym member, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Dwayne, how you doing?
Good, man. Good.
You train for football. You've trained for pro wrestling.
Right.
You've trained for a variety of movie roles. How did you have to change your body for each transition in your career?
Well, you know, in football, the training was different. It was a lot of Olympic lifts. It was a lot of plyometrics. It was a lot of, you know, within a 3-foot radius, a lot of explosive movements. So it was a lot of clean and jerks, a lot of snatches, things like that. And then, you know, getting into wrestling, I dropped about another 25 pounds. The workouts changed. You know, still worked on my flexibility all the way around. Still continued to do, you know, the plyometrics and the things that I learned down at University of Miami. Continue that in my program. Now, for training for different roles, all depends on what the role is. You know, for example, playing Sean Porter, I wanted to be about 235 pounds. And for the next movie I'm doing where I play a professional quarterback, I wanted to drop down to about 225, 228 pounds, improve the flexibility, improve the quickness, all things like that. So it all depends.
That's interesting. So when you get a role and someone says, all right, you're playing Sean Porter, or you're going to be playing the Scorpion King, whatever it is, give us a little window on how that works.
Exactly. So what I'll do is I'll start backwards. So I say, here's a goal we have to reach. And this is the time frame. Okay, so 6 months from now, I know I'm going to be shooting. Now let's work backwards. Now here we are here. Now what do we have to start with? What would we like to see? What kind of progress do I want to see? Okay, well, number one, I'd like to get leaner. I'd like to get my body fat down to maybe 5 or 4%. I'd like to become denser, more density, you know? Increase your core work, core activity, all those things. You know what I love? That's a great thing about training, is there's always something new to do.
Generations of celebrities and athletes have come through the Mecca. Gold's Gym,
Mecca,
Venice.
man.
Tell me about the first time that you trained in Venice.
I would say the first time I trained in Venice was probably about 1998 or so. You know, walk in, it's the Mecca. You know, there's a lot of history there. And the greatest thing about Gold's Gym, Venice Beach, the Mecca, you walk in and that energy, man, will hit you just like that, you know, and I love energy.
Is your wife a big fitness enthusiast? And if so, what's her training regimen like?
You know what, she kicks ass. I gotta tell you, man, I'm proud of her because she's a career woman. She runs her own company. She's a mom, she's a wife, she's a daughter, she's a mother, she's all those things. And her, she's tough. You know, she was an athlete in college, doing all the Olympic lifts and stuff like that. I mean, it's really amazing. And she's in the gym, she's doing plyos outside, she's getting after it, man.
So do you and your wife, do you guys ever train together, or is it, let's go to the gym, I'll see you in an hour or 2 hours?
No, our programs are different too, you know, because I'll usually be training for a role, and she's usually, you know, she has her set goals that she's trying to do too. I mean, she's out in the parking lot, she's flipping the tires, she's doing all that kind of stuff. I mean, she's challenged in that way, and she comes from that mentality. You know, when it's time to go to work, it's time to go to work.
Nice. Any fitness tips for aspiring actors out there? Any little secrets that you want to give them?
Yeah, I got a really big secret to all the aspiring actors out there. There's no substitute for hard work, period.
Excellent, excellent.
It's a big secret.